Right, hello everybody, English Woodsman here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Most of all, thank you very much for clicking on my video. Now you can see on top of my bag, I've got my OEX, I think it's the Coyote III tent, massive tent, decent sized porch, because we're doing a wet, windy tent camping night. So we've got Oscar Outdoors just about there if you keep still. We've got this massive piece of woodland where we're going to be camping. So this is all going to be fun. Later on tonight the wind is going to pick up, so we've got here really early to get set up, and we've got plenty of time then to have a look around, do what we need to do, you know, some natural daylight, something we do lack of a lot in these winter camps. But just look at the scenery, let's look at the rocks there. It's all beautiful, honestly, it really is. You know when it's bad, when you've got a massive piece of woodland like this and you can't decide where to put your tent up.
That's a spot for choice, that's what it is.
Every spot's perfect, but there's something where you go, nah, I don't like the look of that. I'm not sure about this. Yeah, sometimes you're like, oh, this will have to do. But when you've got so many spots to pick from, it's like you just want to be greedy and have a lot of them at once. But we are going to have to get something sorted soon, because I end up getting wet through. Right, so I found myself a nice little spot. Scotty's further over that way, well away from me because of his snoring. If you subscribe to my channel, you know I always go on about his snoring. It's horrendous. So is it a good distance away from me? So what I am going to do is I'm going to get the tent set up, and once it's set up I'll bring you back and I'll let you see it. We've had a little break in the rain. It's still raining but not as bad. It's only about a 10 minutes gap as well, so we are really going to have to rush and get in this tent set up. The poles, this is my fly sheet, and this one is the inner. So I'll quickly get this thrown up and I'll come back to you. Right, so just before I set my tent up, I'm having a quick look in the trees, see if anything that looks dangerous, what could fall down on me through the night. See if any of the trees are cracked, widow makers they're called. So I'm just having a quick look. Everything looks to be alright, should be fine. Well, that's the outer of the tent put up. I think you can hear the rain. That's a nice sound. That's what tent camping in the rain is all about. I'm going to stick the inner up now. Get that corner to corner. And it all set up nicely. And then we can put an air mat up. Something comfortable to sit on. And then we'll make a nice drink. But yeah, tent camping in the rain, I absolutely love it, I really do. It's my best way of camping. Right, we're all pitched up now. Now it's time, like I said a minute ago, to get some bits out. My camping chair, my little kettle. Most important thing is my air mat and my bed. And probably the second important thing out of everything apart from the tent is a pillow. Having a pillow now when I'm camping is probably everything I need. Well, not everything, but you know what I mean, don't you? It's a massive difference in being comfortable through the night. Sleeping bag liner. And then most of all, my sleeping bag. Wow, I've got some other bits and bats. I'll go pick that up in a minute. About a 10 minutes walk. Scott's here anyway, so it'll be alright. No, it'll go missing from people walking past. I'm just going to set the airbed up. You know, somebody asked me a couple of months ago, what's the deal with me and the OEX tents? Well, OEX tents for budget tents, they're really good for the money. I think I paid 100 and something for this tent when it was on sale at Go Outdoors. And it's a 3-person tent. It's massive. But you know, it's a one man. You've got all this room here. You've got a quarter of this room, let's say, just behind you again, or behind the camera, let's say, to do everything you need there. But for budget tents, the OEX tents are really good. 5,000 hydrostatic heads, so extremely waterproof. The 3-season tents, I've never had any of the OEX tents leak on me. Now, a lot of people, when I started out my YouTube channel and a couple of years into it, said I was sponsored by OEX. I wasn't sponsored, I just like to buy their equipment, and I tell you what, I'd never regret buying one of their tents, and I'm going to honestly say that. So if you're looking for a tent, and you can go on Go Outdoor website over in the UK anyway, and you can see these OEX tents, have a look. Especially the Jackal 2, that is a really good tent. Now this air mat is supposed to be self-inflating, but it doesn't seem to do it. From Beyond Outdoors it's called. I don't like when sleeping bags snag like this, especially on zips. It's absolutely annoying. There we go. Perfect. Not nicer than that sound, is it? And the rain hit top of the tent. This is why I love camping. Right, well, I've just been out shopping, you know, I popped to the local supermarket, picked up some food and stuff like that. I didn't just go out, we collected it on way in. I'll quickly show you what I've got. So just the starters, I've got like this noodle meal, duck flavoured, so we'll be having that shortly. Some like copycats of Mr. Kipling's. I always seem to buy these things when I'm in, is it Lidl or Aldi? I don't know, whichever one. It's like little bags of coconut mix. I've got some diced chicken. I'm not having steak tonight. We're going to cook something a little bit different what we've not cooked yet. Oh, that's Scott's hot and spicy chilli oil. I need to run that up to him in a bit. We've got some bottles of alcohol, people. I say that because I don't often drink on the channel. But, you know, I'm going to be in the tent for a long time, so I want to make sure I can have a bit of enjoyment, even though I'm enjoying what I'm doing, but you know what I mean. Watch a few films, have a few drinks, got another one of them. Yeah, so I think I was meant to get 2 of each flavours. One might have rode out in car. Anyway, one, yeah. So this one is plum port. And then we've got berry berry one again. And this is one what really caught my attention, toffee ale. So I got 2 of them ones. I did get another one of the other one, but I think that maybe Carl, like I just said. Got 2 pans for cooking. I've got a little tub of instant mashed potatoes. Oh, I thought that were open and it will leaf what come off it. We've got a little bit of oil. And what I'm going to be having with this chicken is some of these sweet chili noodles. So we're going to fry the chicken, get that nicely cooked, put some onion in it. I've got some garlic somewhere in this bag. And then we'll be adding some of the chicken to the noodles when the noodles are boiled. So it's going to be a really nice meal. It's going to be interesting cooking it as well. I've got some gas to make a nice drink through the night if needed. But I've also brought a bag of kindling, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be heating some water this way. Now if you watched me last week's video, I used it quite a few times in that video. So basically it's a gilly kettle, like a Kelly kettle really, same sort of design. You have the fire in the bottom of the tray and you just put it on top. You pour your water into there, 400 ml of water. You let the fire go on the inside, and as the fire's going on inside, a bit of grass stuck to it there. Fire on the inside, it warms up the water in the wall of the kettle itself, and it boils you some water quite quick. I think about 2 minutes last time I timed it. Right, so I'm going to attempt to get this gilly kettle going now. I've got plenty of water in there. What we need to do is we need to fill, I think it's about 400 ml it takes when that wind is picking up. That'll do about there. Right, so I do have the fire going now inside the little stove. It was a nightmare to light because of the wind. A little bit of messing around. But that's just the joys of this sort of thing, especially when it's windy like it is. Now once that's burning, what I need to do is just drop little bits in like this, and that'll keep the fire going on the inside. Like I said earlier, what warms the water up in the inner skin of the stove. Well, it's not a stove, it's a kettle, isn't it? Well, that'll boil enough water now so I can make this noodle and a nice warm drink as well. So Scott's over there in his hammock cooking his dinner. He's hoping to be in his hammock pretty early. He's had a rough last week or so. I think he's just more happy to be out. A lot of stuff's going on for poor lad. I suppose if you go to his channel he's probably talked about it. But yeah, he's over there just in his own world, let's say. Now I'm over here just doing what I like to do. But he needs his space, that is for sure. Now we'll go for its second boil. Let's pour a little bit out. Second boil is going to do us nice cup of coffee. Well, just look how easy that is. As long as I keep feeding this with wood, it'll just boil for burn for ages. And that's exactly what we need. So what I'm going to do is, once I've boiled this water, I'm just going to basically tidy up inside the porchway, roll the porchway floor up, get everything sorted out, and I'm going to spend the rest of the night in the tent. I'm not going to wander off out because it's absolutely throwing it down now. And to be truthful, I want to warm up. Now, people always say I forget stuff. Hands up, that's me. First class idiot. I forget a lot of stuff. So we got out at 10, what am I on about, people? I got out of what's that thing what you drive now, a car. I got out of the car, opened boot, where's my waterproofs? Honestly, I forgot the waterproofs. And I was like, God help me. But I've got the tent, I've got some spare clothes. Like I say, as soon as we boil this water for a coffee, we are going to zip the tent up and we're just going to sit in the tent. I'll chill out for a couple of hours and then I'll definitely bring you back later on for when we cook us dinner. And I'll do some recording of the rain on tent. But this doesn't look too bad. I don't think I can show you without spilling it. So yeah, I did forget something and out of my waterproofs. When will I ever do it right? I was going to bring the exhibition tarp that goes with this tent, but through the night, about 6 o'clock I think, 6 o'clock onwards, the rain is meant to get really bad then and the wind is supposed to pick up. So I didn't want to be in the tent worrying about, you know, is the tarp going to take off and I'm going to chase it through a little bit of woodland. I didn't want to think about that, to be truthful. So I thought, once I do what I need to do, I can close up and just relax, and that's the plan. If it wouldn't have been so windy, let's say, I would have brought the tarp. I wouldn't have had this bit of wetness on porchway here. But this is just what happens when you tent camp in the rain. You got to accept you're going to get wet sometimes, and it's just the joys of camping. You know, you're going to get home tomorrow, and I'm going to get a shower, and I'm going to absolutely love, you know, making this video for you guys, and I'm going to enjoy watching you comment. I look forward to that part after this part, if you get what I mean. Once I'm all packed up in the morning, I get home, I look forward to the next stage in reading your lot's comments and trying my best to reply to as many of them as I can as possible. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous, and it warms my hands up a little bit as well. I really love camping, honestly. If I could do it for a living, it'd be my #1 thing to do. Never having to work for anybody else again apart from myself. I'll see you guys in a bit. Right, that's it then. I'm done with being outside for the night. I'm going to get out of these wet clothes. I'm going to put some dry clothes on. And then it's going to do what we all love to do. Sit down, relax and listen to the rain on the tent. I better go to the toilet first, Anna. Always happens this. You think, right, that's me settled down now for a couple of hours. Let's just relax. And I need to go to the toilet. Yeah, well, things you gotta do. Why is it always hard work to get wet pants off? Oh, there we go. Job done. Whew. Now I'm not going to record the rest of this because I don't want to make you feel sick. But I tell you what, it's always a good idea to bring a spare pair of clothes and some spare socks and everything else that you're going to need, because it's heaven just to get into dry clothes when you're absolutely wet through. And it's my own fault. You know, I should have double checked my waterproofs were in the boot. I always say I live and learn, but I never do. I just do stuff wrong again. and I forget stuff, then I laugh about it, and the next time round I'll forget something again. Ah, can't get them on now. But yeah, I'm always in the same situation here. It's always my own fault. A lot of people say, give yourself a checklist. I've tried that. Guess what happened? I once lost a checklist. I'm not joking. And I thought, you know what, there's no way I'm going to sit here and do all that again. Woolly socks. Looking forward to putting them on. It's not going to get too cold tonight. I think it's going to get down to 2 or 3 degrees. That's round about it. It's not cold to what we've been having over the last couple of weeks now. I always say, over here in UK, we barely get down to minus temperatures, and if we do, it's normally about 3 or 4, minus 3 or 4, not much better than that. I wish we did get some seriously cold weather. Someone commented on one of the videos saying where he lived it was minus 22. Wow. I said, mate, I'd love to be there. But then when I thought about it, I opened the freezer and kitchen. I felt that cold. I thought, I don't want to be in that coldness actually. I'm only joking. Right, I need to pull my pants up. I'll see you guys in a bit. The wind is definitely starting to pick up now. Like I said earlier on in the video, I've got 100% faith in these tents. I know it's not going to leak. It won't do any damage with wind. It's a solid tent. I knew I had something I wanted to show you. I've got myself one of these little LED light bulbs with like a hook there. Little USB connected, whatever you call it, I don't know what you call them actually. So all you need to do, if you've got a decent battery pack, put it into the USB port there, and my light comes on. I got a light bulb. I've got a light bulb. How awesome is that? So if I turn this light off at the top of my stand here, that's actually a little bit more better for the camera, isn't it? Look at that. And it only cost me a tenner off Amazon. It's not bad. Now Vegan Outdoors is one. He has a dimmer on it, so you can dimmer it down so it's not so bright. But all I really want to do is, if I go over here, see how the light affects from all the way over there. So I click it in place there. We're still getting some light, not very well, but look at that there, like that. Pretty cool, that. You think I'm an absolute nutter? Check out the rest of my videos if you're not subscribed to me yet. And if you're not subscribed, you want to see more like this, please do consider subscribing to my channel. We love these sort of winter camps. We really do. Right, so I'm going to get on with cooking my dinner. You can see I've got the door open here. And I've turned it round and the other door's open, so there's a bit of airflow for any fumes that comes off the gas. Won't cause me any problems. I know it's probably not the best of ideas cooking in your tent like this anyway, but I've got no choice really when it's as miserable it is outside. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil in my pan. Just put all of it in. We've got to cook this chicken, haven't we? What is that there? Little leaf. And then switch the gas on. I'm going to warm the gas up, and then we're going to put this diced chicken in the pan. See what this sounds like, eh? Well, not too bad, not brilliant, but definitely do. So we'll leave that to fry up. See if I can focus it a little bit better for you. There we go. Right, let that cook for 5 minutes or so. So while the chicken's cooking, I thought I'd try one of these drinks. I'm going to try the toffee ale. You smell the toffee as well. Quite surprising. You do actually get the full taste of toffee. Oh, I do like that, 100%. Oh yeah. Leave that there. Give this chicken a stir. Looking forward to drinking that one and the other one now. That's cooking very nicely. Give it another couple of minutes and then we'll take it off, and then we need to boil some water. So what I'm going to do for now, I've already cut some onions and garlic, so we'll get them in the pan as well. So I'll be needing to boil some water in this pan. Oh, that smells nice. Fairgrounds, that's what it smells like. Cooking onions smells like the fairground. And then when you get a burger or a hot dog or something, smell vision. That's what I'm smelling now. Reminds me of a fairground when I used to go when I was younger. I'm trying to have a quick look at this chicken, see how it's doing. Yeah, we're almost ready to take that off now. So yeah, before someone does comment and says it, I've got no idea what I'm doing. I simply, with these sort of meals, if I don't plan it, I just throw it together and I see how it turns out. 9 out of 10 times, it's not too bad, but we'll give this a score once it's done. Now on these noodles here, sweet chili noodles, dinner for 2. I don't know who they're testing these meals on, but that's not a dinner for 2, unless it really does expand when you put it in the water. You got to put 400 ml of water in it. Well, it says there, one person, one adult and a child. We'll see. We'll see how it looks. So what I need to do is boil some water for these noodles. It says 400 mils, but I'm just going to have a guess. I'm just going to go with that much because I've got no way of measuring it. So I'll let that boil and then we'll add some of these noodles to it. It says on the instructions how to make these noodles, you got to add this sachet to the water before it boils, and then once boiling add the noodles. But I'm thinking I'm going to have to pour some of the water out once I've done it. So what I'll be wasting the flavour. So what I'll do is, we will add some to the water, but not all of it. Just so much, so when it's boiling, the flavour is getting into the noodles, and then we'll add the rest afterwards. All we need to do now is wait for that to boil. You know what, I know it's not fantastic, it's not like a juicy piece of steak, but we've got to try these different things, because every video I do, I can't, you know, cook steak every time, even though I'd really enjoyed to do that. But you know, we have to mix it up a little bit, you know, for the newcomers to the channel and the people that's been watching my videos for a long time now. You know, we do need to introduce some different things now and again. I felt something touch me then on the side. I don't think a tent can be haunted. Be a bit squashed, wouldn't it, when I pack it away? Yeah. But yeah, it's good to bring some, you know, a different meal to the channel. It really is. I'm really enjoying this tonight, you know, people. I really am enjoying this. Scott's just doing his own thing. I'm in my tent. It's raining. It's just everything what I like, honestly. It's like every day's Christmas for me sometimes. And yeah, I just scratched the back of my head with my fork or spork. I'm going to eat off of this in a bit. Scruffy git. Yeah, let's give it a wipe. So I don't think I'm right in there. I think I've lost the plot. I think I've gone wrong somewhere. You know, if you're liking this video, just please give it a thumbs up. That's all I ask. And if you want to put something in comment, please do comment below. But most of all, do give it a big thumbs up, please. And if you're not yet subscribed, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Yeah. This is absolutely brilliant. I'm just over at the moon with myself, just being here, doing this. Water's getting a couple of, well, it is boiling now. I'm going to say there's a few bubbles. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to stick some of these in. I don't think I'll get the full packet in. Never mind, let's get what we can. Oh, now look, sticking out of the water. There we go, it'll break up soon. Right, so my dinner's done. What I'm going to do is try to get some of these noodles in with... Oh, this isn't a good meal actually. I don't know about early, but we'll rate it later on. This was a bad idea. I thought this was going to be a really good idea. Oh well. You know what, I'm going to save some of them noodles in that pan, just in case this is not nice together. And at least I can eat some noodles then, can't I? That's my idea, doing it like this. Do you know when something looks better in your head and you're thinking, that's going to be alright, that? This is what this will like. And now I'm not 100% sure in what I'm thinking about it. Right, let's just give it a try. I'm not holding much hope. That flavouring's nice. It's like a chili, and it's got like sugar in it as well. Now I am surprised with this, apart from how stringy it is. I'm just gonna have to eat it, people. You know, shut your eyes for a few seconds. Open them now. This sauce, well, powdered sauce, it is really nice. Now, I've been getting, well, I used to get comments from this fella. I blocked him now because I was getting sick of him. And everything we were doing in video, we're like, why don't you do it like he does it on this channel? Why don't you do it like he does it on this channel? And I tried explaining to him, look, if I copy everybody else's channel, where am I going to be with my own videos? This is the sort of stuff I do. If you subscribe, you'll know that, won't you? I shouldn't say subscribe anymore. I should say if you're following my channel, you know this is how I am. I just get on with it. I don't intend to be like the next person's YouTube channel. Just do it my way. That's all you got to do. And if you're thinking about doing this, get up, get out, and give it a try. Be that person. You know, you got summer coming around the corner soon. Get yourself a cheap tent. Have a look on YouTube, summer tents. See if you can find one. Decent air mat, sleeping bag, and just get out and give this a try. That's all I started. I think. No, I'll tell you what, I'll eat my tea and I'll bring you back to that story because it's pretty good. It's a pretty good story. So yeah, I'll finish my tea and then I'll bring you back. Right, Scott's just been here for an hour. A bit of a chat about, you know, camping and equipment and stuff. Look at the state he left my flooring. Absolutely unbelievable. What a mess. He said he's got some wipes. He's going to bring them around in the morning. We'll give it a clean then. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? It's wet through now. Make a nice drink now for bed, and I'll talk about that story that I ran about to you. Yeah, I can't believe how wet and mucky my floor is now. It wasn't the best. It was a bit wet anyway, but Scott brought all the mucking. It's the joys of winter camping. Now, I won't say it's much of a story. I just thought, you know, I can't remember exactly what I said actually. I know it might be a few minutes for you, but about 2 hours for me. Anyway, camping, first time. I were putting some England flags, you know, around my house for England match. We're talking 7 years ago now. And I think we lost to a really low team. And it proper annoyed me. So I thought, I've had enough. I want to do something. So brother-in-law said, let's go camping. You know, young Paul. I don't know if any of you lot remember him. And he's like, good idea, but we don't have a tent. We had one sleeping bag. And you know them survival blankets that you get? Like the silver ones? We decided to make like a little triangle shelter out of that, and both ends were wide open. Now it read out through the day, but by the time night time come, it was cold. We had one sleeping bag between us, So it was lucky enough it won them what unzips all the way around. So it went round the both of us, but we didn't even have a ground mat, air mat, we just slept on the ground. And it was like all night I thought this is the worst idea of my life. And it was like after that, as soon as it got light we were up. I think about 1:30 in the morning we were gone. And then I started looking into stuff. I thought, well, I'll buy a tent. So I got a tent. Still a bit cold here, what's going on? Didn't know about it still, didn't watch YouTube on it. And I thought, you know what, I think I need some sort of mat. So I went to Go Outdoors, and that's how I started with the OEX brand. That's proper steaming tent, woo! And that's how I started off with the OEX brand. Because I had a really good air rifle, and I mean it was an expensive air rifle. And I was going through courts to see my kids, and my ex kept bringing the air rifle up. You know, in courts saying he's dangerous with it, it's killing animals. But it was like farm permission for rabbits and squirrels in trees and stuff. So I had permission to do it, and I was insured to do it as well. But the judge were like, that's her concern, this is going to stop you. So I sold the air rifle, and then that's what I brought all the OEX equipment out of. And then from then it's just like OEX has just been the brand that I like. A lot of people thought I was sponsored by him, but I never was, and people couldn't get that. If you've got a, let's say an addiction of buying a certain brand because you can get it within half an hour when you want it, you just have to drive up to a local store near me. People couldn't get it in their heads, but you know, you just go buy it. And there were people obsessed that I was sponsored by OEX, and I never was. And the only way to stop people nagging away at me on my channel and giving me an hard time is by using different brands. And then I slowly started realising, yeah, he's right, he ain't sponsored by OEX. But if I had an OEX tent, sleeping bag, everything now, you get someone saying, oh, your brand dropping your sponsorship. That is how crazy it is. I think a lot of people get that. I can't remember what I watched through a week, and he says people will call him greedy for getting free stuff sent to him. Well, I've had the same sort of thing. You know, it's just ruthless. But yeah, that's our first time started camping anyway. England lost to a rubbish team, so I went to Woods with a survival sheet blanket thing, and me and my brother-in-law slept in that. To where we are today, we haven't done too bad, have we? You know what, I'm going to get one of these little knockoff Mr. Kiplings. It's nice to know the wind stopped. Well, the wind hasn't stopped, the rain stopped. You can still hear the wind. Oh yes. I hid these away from Scott when he were here. I thought, I don't want to lay too much on my sleeping bag up one side because I'll crush them. Scott said, why are you sleeping? Why are you laying like that? I said, oh, my back hurts. I just didn't want to crush them. I didn't want to share. We have to do these things. Oh, they're nice. Well, people, I'm going to get myself off to sleep now. I've just been looking back through the footage of the video, and I think I've talked way too much. Let me know in comments below if I've been chatting way too much. I'm a little bit tipsy from some of them bottles, but I know that makes me talk. But yeah, let me know. I can't help it. When I start talking, I just can't bloody stop. I even talk to myself, I reckon. Yeah, let me know about the amount of talking in the video, won't you? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the morning. Night night. Well, good morning, people. Oh, rain's finally stopped. Well, we've got about an hour break and then it's going to rain again, so I'm hoping to get this tent down within the next 20 minutes. When it stopped raining, I can check off most of the water. And I've got to find somewhere to dry it out when I get home. Nice camp though, I will be honest. Really nice camp this one was. I'll see you in a bit. This is what I love. Quietness. Being in the woods. It's absolutely perfect for me. Just look at it. And you've got my tent and all the packing away there. I absolutely love this woodland. First time I've been, but we will be back 100%. I can't wait to see it in summertime. And then we've got Oscar Outdoors here.
Morning all.
Is that an OEX item you got there, lad?
It is, but it's just a dry bag.
Oh, poor snug pack. Yeah, we're in his tent, hammock, sorry. His full video will be uploaded probably the same time as mine, so I'll definitely share a link in the description to his channel. Do check that out. And I was meant to put this tent away before rain started, but it's starting again. I'm gonna have to get a move on, people. Well, I've never ended a video like this before in the car. I showed you Scott's tarp before I started putting it all away, and got my tent in its stuff sack. I stuffed it all in one. I've got to sort that out now. And then the heavens opened, so it was just like get everything stashed away, get it in car. I don't often enjoy stuffing the tent in the bag when it's wet. I like to separate it, but you know, sometimes things like this has to happen, so I'm gonna have to find a way of drying it out. Now, if you like this video and you want to see more, you can subscribe by pressing this button here. I'll put another video up there. I don't know which one it'll be yet. But you know what, most of all, thank you very much for watching this video. I've absolutely enjoyed this one. I've had a right laugh with myself in my tent. But you know what, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you guys next time.